introducing online ordering to make all of your brand's favorites easier to get on the go. Just visit brands.com on your desktop, laptop, tablet, or mobile phone and click on the online ordering button to get started. Download the brand's mobile app for easy ordering access on your smartphone. Choose a location and time that's convenient for you. Pick up your favorite brand sandwiches, salads, steaks, and more. Then pick up your order on your way, on your time. It's Brands, famous taste, delivered on your schedule.
Spring is here, which means beach season is just around the corner, and if you're like most people, you might not be quite happy with your beach body. Well, Age Management of West Michigan is here to help. Stop procrastinating and contact them today and have the good folks at Age Management of West Michigan put your mind at ease. Give them a call today at 616-808-2695. They'll give you a free consultation to explain how you're going to lose the weight and keep it off. Their weight loss program is a 10-week medical weight loss program split up into 3 phases with an average of 30 to 40 pounds of weight loss after the program. When I did it, I lost 30 pounds with over 7% body fat and over 6 inches gone off of my waist. Don't just take it from me. Check out their website, agemanagementmi.com. They have more information on the weight loss program, as well as testimonials of people that have completely changed their lives. They're located at 616-808-2695. Age Management of West Michigan.
Michigan sports leader, 107.3 WBBL-FM.
I didn't thought after the 15-16 season, it was onward and upward. Not that they were going to make a big jump and, you know, put a scare in Cleveland or anything like that, but that the mediocrity was a thing of the past. I really thought that. Shame on me. Here's another, if you're being honest with yourself, the Pistons were a tough watch last year. How many games did it seem like they just got blown out by double digits? How was that? I remember late November into December where it just was like almost on a nightly basis where they lost by 15, they lost by 12. Then they'd come back and win by 15, and then they'd lose by 15. It was just, it was a tough watch. And there's no light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, how much of it is getting age, really healthy, getting age, Coach Jackson? I don't know. Why do you guys? But as we found out a couple months ago, the last time that I said it, I think the baseball fans out there, the diehards, the live and die guys, it's been very hard to let go and accept that this ship is sinking. There's no rescue boat on its way. There are no provisions coming. We all know there isn't as much money. I mean, heck, they couldn't lock up Cameron Maven. They couldn't lock up Cameron Maven, which, by the way, isn't that always a fun thing when you watch the ex-Tigers? Think about it. Maybe a roster of ex-Tigers would be downright right. Cameron Maven, if you didn't know, after a very slow start, is having a fantastic. Do you want to make the argument that he wasn't worth that contract? But you know what I choose to do? I'd rather have a center fielder and a center fielder like Cameron Maven than the utter lack, the void for center fielders. You couldn't afford it. So that's why there's nothing coming. There's no safety coming, you know? It's frustrating. All right, I want to get into some NBA things. Obviously some NHL things too. And I want to get happy. Let's talk about college football a little bit today, shall we? Hour 2 next. Sean Belegian sitting in for Phil Simonson here on the Huge Show.
In the Miller Lite Field of Dreams baseball game. It's Thursday night, July 20th, 7 p.m. is the first pitch. We have former Major League and college pitchers throwing 80 miles an hour plus. This is a real baseball game. If you're 21 and up and you want to put your name into the roster spot drawing, go to WBBL.com and just click on the Miller Lite Field of Dreams baseball game link.
This is the city.